Now, before our film, here's a news report, and we go to the newsroom and Martin Lewis.
Within the last few minutes, the Prime Minister has announced the details of his new cabinet. Among the changes, Kenneth Clarke becomes the new Home Secretary, replacing Kenneth Baker, who goes to the back benches. Michael Heseltine moves from the Department of the Environment to Trade and Industry. William Waldegrave leaves his job as Health Secretary to become Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster and the Minister in charge of the Citizens' Charter. He's replaced as Health Secretary by Virginia Bottomley, one of two women in the new cabinet. Well, our political correspondent Lance Price is at Downing Street with more details. Lance.
Well, there are 15 changes to John Major's new cabinet. 4 people have left. Kenneth Baker, as you said. Lord Waddington loses his job as Leader of the House of Lords. Tom King goes to the back benches. And Peter Brook goes as well. He's tipped to become the new Speaker of the House of Commons, but that's left up to MPs. That's not in the gift of Mr Major. So there are 4 new people into the cabinet. As you've said, Virginia Bottomley becomes Secretary of State for Health. Gillian Shepherd, the other woman to join the cabinet, becomes Employment Secretary. John Patton becomes Education Secretary. And the new Chief Secretary to the Treasury is Michael Portillo. Running through the rest of the changes, John McGregor becomes Transport Secretary. Malcolm Rifkin goes to Defence. John Wakeham now becomes Leader of the House of Lords. He was Energy Secretary in the last Parliament. He'll become a Lord and become Leader of the House of Lords. Tony Newton becomes Leader of the House of Commons. Michael Howard becomes Environment Secretary, something of a surprise there. Peter Lilly, also a surprise. Some people were suggesting he might be put onto the back benches. He becomes Social Security Secretary. And David Mellor, the former Chief Secretary to the Treasury, gets the new department, which has become known as the Department of National Heritage, which takes in sport and broadcasting and so on. The new Northern Ireland Secretary is Sir Patrick Mayhew.
Lance, thanks very much. We will, of course, have full details on our next scheduled news at 9:20 on BBC1.
Now, on BBC1, with a quick flick of our flux capacitor, we're back to the future.